dropping your weapon is the most powerful thing you could do here in Halo Infinite. Did you see that? Did you see that? One of the best things about Halo compared to other competitive shooters is how many unique interactions there are in the sandbox, and how many little tips you can pick up which don't feel compulsory to enjoy the game but will enhance your experience. And when you first learn these tricks, you feel like a god. Examples from Halo Infinite that spring to my mind are that feeling when you first learn to manipulate your grapple to swing exactly where you want to go, or when you learn how grappling a flag can actually be the difference between scoring and not scoring. When you realize exactly how the repulsor works and start really using it to its full potential.
Return to sender.
Firing rockets and grenades back at the Spartan who rudely thought they could get the upper hand on you.
Mind the gap. Pancake.
Even learning to crouch jump over certain ledges so you don't have to clamber, and can even reload while doing it. Well guys, in this video I am going to teach you the newest, most busted strategy in Halo Infinite. And not only that, I'm going to teach you how you can start utilizing it today without even having to think about it all that much. What's going on guys, my name is Falcone. I've peaked at rank 1650 Onyx so far, and in this video I'm going to hopefully help you get your rank up as well. In Halo, if a bad player stops to reload their gun mid-fight before finishing the job, a good player switches to a secondary weapon, which of course if you're playing ranked you will be holding a second weapon, because we don't just wander around the battlefield holding only a battle rifle, ignoring weapons on the weapon rack now, do we? I didn't think so. But what does the best Halo player do? The best Halo player drops his weapon on the ground and finishes their opponent off very quickly with the secondary weapon. Now, many of you will already have known that this is a thing, thank you Standard Ace, but for those of you who didn't, dropping your weapon onto the ground rather than switching it with your other gun actually readies your second gun quicker, meaning you can fire faster and get what could be that key advantage. Now, I know what you may be thinking, oh, that doesn't seem necessary, that feels like a lot to learn or a lot to get used to for very little reward. Oh, I don't know if I want to be using an exploit to get some kills. No, it's not like that. In fact, that's all wrong, and I'm going to tell you why. In fact, I'm going to start by showing you a really easy method to get dropping a weapon into your everyday gameplay right now. Let's go. If you're playing on mouse keyboard, go into your settings, find the key that you've currently got set to change weapon, unbind that key, and instead bind drop weapon to that key. It is that simple. Alright, you probably think I'm mad, but let me explain the logic here. Whenever you change a keybind, the hardest part of getting used to that is having to stop and think in the middle of battle instead of actually participating in the fight. I'm going to make an assertion right now. When fighting an enemy Spartan, it is almost always objectively better to drop your weapon than switch it. And chances are currently, you're always switching it. Hey, before we go any further, just to quickly say, if you've enjoyed this video at all or learned anything from it whatsoever, I'd really appreciate a like, a comment, and even considering pressing that sub button. I've just moved into my brand new place. This is the type of content you can expect from this channel moving forward, so if you like it, show me you like it. Also, consider checking out my Twitch channel. I stream on Twitch almost every single day at twitch.tv/Falcone. I'm streaming a lot of Halo Infinite pretty much every day right now, so come hang out. It'll be fun. Back to the video. Think about it, how many times in a fight do you actually switch weapon and then switch weapon back again before taking a break from the action? Often the reason that you've switched weapon in the first place is because you're low on ammo and you need to stop to reload that gun anyway. Might as well just put it down for a bit, especially if that's going to give you the edge in a fight. Yes, I realize that there are some niche situations where you might actively need to use both guns. Maybe you get a hit with a sniper rifle, and so you need to switch to your battle rifle to finish the kill, then switch straight back to the sniper again to land a headshot on another player. Or maybe you see someone and switch out to your rocket launcher, don't quite get the killing blow, and so you want to switch back to your sidearm again to finish them off. Yes, these situations do exist, but my argument is that in 90% of fights, dropping your weapon instead of switching is objectively better. In fact, I would argue that in most situations, if you're in the habit of switching weapon and then switching back again while in the same fight, that's just sloppy play, and you probably need to work on that. And hey, yes, if you switch the keybinds like I've suggested, sometimes you will drop one of your weapons by accident. It's gonna happen. It's really not a big deal, you can just pick it up again. So changing your switch weapon keybind to drop weapon is going to help you out in the vast majority of the time. Of course, bind switch weapon to a different key, it's just not going to be quite as high priority as, you know, the high priority keybinds. So melee, grenade, equipment, interact, etc. Ideally, you're never going to want to use this key mid-fight anyway, apart from in those niche situations. Also, when you do drop your weapon and get a kill with your second weapon, you get the medal, which shows that it's not an exploit and it's not a glitch. The game is actually made that way by design, and I guess that makes sense. I mean, think about it. If you were a Spartan and you were holding a weapon and you had a second weapon in your backpack or attached to your thigh or whatever, wherever you've put it, and you wanted quick access to that second weapon, what would be quicker? Putting the first one neatly away, or just throwing it on the ground and grabbing it? It makes sense lore-wise, I suppose. Either way, give this trick a try. I am very certain that within the next few months, it's really going to be picked up as a main way of fighting your battles. I actually disagree with the Shy Way. Fantastic content creator, but he has a tier list of like different controls and like what is the most important thing to have attached to keys that you have easy access to. So like obviously grenade and shoot need to be very easily accessible and melee. He has drop weapon down lower below switch weapon, and I genuinely think that because of how drop weapon is best utilized in the heat of battle compared to switch weapon, which again, following my philosophy, you're mostly only going to want to use when you're not in the middle of battle, I do believe that drop weapon should be higher on that tier list than switch weapon. And I do think that this is going to be widely adopted within the coming months. I've been using this trick regularly for the last week. I have felt that competitive edge, and I'm sure you will as well. But either way, let me know in the comments below. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Plenty more tips, tricks, and all things Halo videos coming from this channel soon. And once again, hopefully I'll catch you live on my stream. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.
Enemy flag returned.
Taking our flag. Shut down. We have eyes on the enemy flag carrier.